I spend £5,000 a year on a business networking group. Now today we're going to an event in London with 15 other local business owners, and we're going to work out, is it worth it? Would I renew my membership? And have I actually gotten anything out of it? So I'm a member of a networking group called Bizpedia, and essentially it's the only networking group I've ever paid for. It was founded by a guy called Josh about a decade or so ago, I think. The Reading group has about 10 people in it, all local businesses, local business owners. Everyone in there is high up in a business. They're not like some business developer, they're all directors. You talk about, it'd be really helpful if I could meet, I don't know, people who own commercial buildings, at which point someone else in the group would say, I know someone who owns a commercial building, I'll put you in touch with them. So it's all really collaborative. No one in the group is in a business that is competing with another member of the group, so everyone's completely happy to give advice, to help as best they can. I got invited to a Bizpedia event by actually my business coach, Rob, and it seemed to make a lot of sense. It seemed the caliber of people there were much higher quality in terms of their serious local business owners. It was a lot more conducive to actually building a relationship and eventually sort of nurturing some deals. I think just do it. I think that's the thing, is just take every opportunity you can to meet people. If you're selling business to business, it's all just about who you know. And even if you're not selling, I mean, a network is essentially making friends at the end of the day. And you just meet great people. Like, you meet really interesting people and you can stay in touch with them for life. And even 20 years down the line, I don't think you should think about it like, what am I getting and what are you getting? I think you need to think about it like, stay in touch, have a few good conversations, and 20 years down the line, I can introduce you to that guy, or you can introduce me to them. Well, this is the brilliant thing about this networking group, is because you're doing an event and you're like shooting, you've actually got common thing to talk about. You're all doing the same activity. It's more natural. But when you go to like a normal business networking event and say it's a breakfast, you rock up and there's 50 people in a room, and everyone's sort of there to go and talk to each other, and half the people are trying to sell you something directly then and there. So there's a lot more tension. So far, there's been 4 transactions that have happened. So we haven't had any leads yet, no. But our sort of solar is a longer game. It makes sure people know who you are, and then when businesses come to install solar, they think, I met Tok at the Bizpedia shooting event. I'll get in contact with him. So we haven't had any leads yet. We have hired a fractional chief marketing officer as a result of someone we've met through Bizpedia. There is a lady who runs a town planning consultancy who we've now set up a partnership with, because we don't do planning applications, or we'd rather not, but we do planning drawings for solar. She doesn't do planning drawings for solar, but she does planning applications. So often we will get people who need planning applications and we'll go and refer them to her, and she'll get people coming to her to do planning applications for solar, and she'll either need the drawings done, or she'll actually be able to recommend us and people and say, go get a quote from these guys, they've been doing it for 15 years, they're great.
Ready?
So we just finished lunch. It was really nice. It's 2 o'clock now, just heading back to the office, and then I got a marketing meeting. So conclusion, do I think it's worth paying £5,000 plus a year for this networking group? I think it absolutely is. I think that this sort of thing is a long-term game. We're not going to get quote requests sort of the second we meet people, but it's all about local business owners, high caliber business owners doing many millions of pounds of turnover. They're the type of people that are in this group. By meeting them and building a good relationship with them and maintaining that over 20 years, I think it will pay dividends long term. I really do. And I think they all know people, and I just think that you have to build this stuff up over 15, 20 years. So would I renew it? Yeah, I absolutely would. So I'm glad I paid for it, and I still think that for £5,000 plus a year, it's better than the free networking events you can go to before breakfast. Right, we're done. Thanks for coming along. I hope it was helpful, and yeah, I think if you're looking to get into networking, it's definitely worth reaching out to Bizpedia. Currently they're only in the south of England, but they're expanding quite quickly, obviously because people think they're getting value from it like we do. So get in touch with them or any sort of paid networking group. I think it's worth trying. I think the caliber of business owner that you meet, them sort of higher level, bigger businesses, and I think if you're in a business like ours, that's the sweet spot.